Welcome to the MBA department of Swami Vivekananda Group of Institutes. Today we are going to discuss about the rebranding strategies of Vodafone Idea to VI, which is being pronounced as we. Earlier in September, Indian service provider Vodafone Idea launched a new, unified brand for their services, called V. Here's what that means. First off, a long drawn-out marriage between Vodafone and Idea is finally complete, with both parties finding middle ground since the merger in August of 2018. V will get off to a fresh start, without the ghost of its predecessor hanging over its head, creating its own identity instead of being looked at as a mash of two major providers. With the fresh start come fresh prices. V will most likely revise the tariffs it inherits from Vodafone Idea with an eye on the bottom line, which means new plans for users. The big rebrand is a sign of intent. Avis plans to stay in the game. Even as the rebrand was announced, the telco laid out its plans to raise 25,000 crore rupees to pay off dues and set V up for the foreseeable future. Vodafone and Idea embarked on a merger in 2018. In 2020, the final step of the merger was the announcement of a new brand identity. This included a new name for Vodafone Idea, a new logo that symbolized the coming together of the two companies, and a new ad by Ogilvy to clarify how the new name would be pronounced. Vodafone Idea is now V pronounced we. The brand integration not only marks the completion of the largest telecom merger in the world, but also sets us on our future journey to offer world-class digital experiences to 1 billion Indians on our strong 4G network. VIL is now leaner and agile, and the deployment of many principles of 5G architecture has helped us transform for the changing customer needs, said Ravinder Thakur, MD and CEO, Vodafone Idea. According to a press note, the name V is much more than an abbreviation of Vodafone and Idea. It is shorter, simpler, and while referencing the origins of the two brands, it also reflects the collective nature of Indian society. In the same note, the visual design of the logo is also explained. The I is always punctuated with a bold mustard dot to reflect the throbbing and progressive pulse of India. Starting today, V ads will be on TV and digital platforms, followed by a high-decibel intensive multimedia campaign. Preeti Vyas, founder and chairwoman of Vyas Janeti Creative, an integrated design consultancy, opines that the integration of brand identities was a long time coming, but wishes that the new brand identity had been announced to the consumers at the time of the merger itself. When the merger was announced, it was never clear to consumers that they had merged. Nor was there any communication that followed that meaningfully expressed a new unified brand positioning and the benefits thereof, she explains. Saurabh Mishra, co-founder and managing partner, branding, Azandor Consulting, states that any new logo and brand name is an opportunity for the brand to create, or build a new story that the brand owners want to. V is also, perhaps, looking at a similar fresh start here, creating a new story around Together for Tomorrow, wherein it will hope to retain and carry forward some of the positive associations and equity built over the years with Vodafone and Idea, both very strong brands in their own right. And it will consciously try to move away from the negative associations that these brands have also collected over the years, he says. While there will be stated cynicism, even from consumers, about the rebranding of a telecom brand, given the deep interaction and experience that they have had with the old brands over the years, it can't be denied that there will be some excitement and anticipation about what the change may bring to their experience of the brand. If that brand experience does not change, then consumers will be very harsh in writing off this exercise as a cosmetic makeover, he explains. Talking about the visual language that the new entity uses, he points out that the rebranding in the name and design is just an expression of what the brand is saying. Consumers are savvy enough to look at whether the brand is also delivering in what it is doing. If there is a gap between the name and design change and the actual experience delivery of the brand, then the equity of the new brand will plummet through that gap, he concludes. Thank you for watching this content of the MBA department of Swami Vivekananda Group of Institutes. We will be coming back shortly with some more interesting content. Do not forget to visit www.svist.org. Stay home, stay safe.